Hello everyone, welcome to Bumblebee Crafts. Thanks for tuning in for today's video. It's episode 1 of my new series. If you saw my little bonus video on Sunday, a little preview of what we're going to be doing, that video had flip throughs of all of these books, but I'm excited to share this series with you, vintage books into journaling fodder. So obviously in this very first episode, as the title says, I have to be very, very brave and cut into my vintage books. I think I explained in the bonus video that I've had this Edith Holden one, my one and only copy I have ever had, and I'm reluctant to cut into it, but I'm going to be brave and cut into them. So if you're interested in any of these books, they are listed in the description, and again, if you wanted more of a flip through to see what lovely images and stuff they have in them, then do check out Sunday's video, because I flip through them in much more detail. But in today's video we need to cut into these books, and I have to credit Tracie Fox and a video she did, I think it was more than a few weeks ago, it must have been about a month or so ago, where she shared her tips and tricks for cutting into books. I will leave her video in the description box below, because she explains things much better than I probably will, but I have learned a lot from watching her video. She's the master of cutting into books and using these as well, so I will be looking to her for some inspiration. So yeah, this little mini series is hopefully going to inspire you. Hopefully you will learn something new, but also I'm going to be learning as well, so it's a bit like my journey, sharing how I'm learning things. So I will be taking inspiration from a lot of other crafters out there with different ideas for pockets, tags, how to use the book pages and everything. So I will mention them and give obviously credit where it's due to other crafters. But I just thought for my subbies, for you guys, for my wonderful people that watch my videos, this is something different that I've not done on my channel yet. So yeah, let's give it a go. Now, I'm going to put this one to the side. I will cut into it. Definitely, I will be brave and cut into it. But first things first is I want to, out of all of these books, this one here is the one I am least precious about the cover. So that's the one I'm going to start with. It's been quite some time since I have cut into books. So let's just pile these up. Oh my god, they're so heavy. So heavy. Okay, right. Now that's ready for the Tracie Fox tip that she uses. And what I've often done in the past with books is I've just left them already in their spine, found a page like that and thought, oh, I like that. Use either my really sharp, they're very sharp, these pointy little scissors, or one of a sewing seam ripper or unpicker, to just go under and take out these strings. But I want to do things a little bit more precisely so that I can use the pages in the book. And I know Tracie mentioned in her video things to think about when you've got your book, as to, do you want to use the cover? How do you want to use it with the pages? That kind of thing. So let's take the dust jacket off, and I think, although you've got that down there, but that would make a really nice wraparound on a journal itself. I think it would. And then that would be the spine that would be covered up with some lace and everything, so you would cover up the word. It's shiny, very shiny, because this is one of the newer books that I've got secondhand from a charity shop years ago, but still it's a fairly new print. But yeah, we can do something with that, so that's definitely going to be kept to the side. Now this is actually in very good condition. the spine, but the spine is a little bit small for what I would probably use for any of my journals. So I'm not too bothered about it. And how Tracie showed on her video was to kind of find the middle and then kind of bend that back a little bit and then pull this out. But I don't, looking at that, you've got a really strong spine and everything in with it. So I think I'm just looking at the best way to try and take it apart. Yeah, I think this is not going to come off very easily on here at all. So one of the things Tracie often said about, which is where this comes in, is if she wants to keep the spine intact, she uses one of these, but I don't think I'm going to get anything down there, and I'm not too worried about the spine. So I think if we go back to where we found that center page, I'm going to take it apart the same way I have done books in the past. That spine is just too strong, and I have to bear in mind that doing something quite physical with my hands is going to play my fibro up as well, so that is a consideration for me. So I'm just going to use these little scissors. They go under here really nicely. I will, let's see, yeah, they're not too bad. Let's see how this works. This is actually a bit easier. So yeah, it depends. I've got the option of using both of these to cut into my book. So now that should release the pages. Yeah, they're quite stiff pages, but they are really good. There's no holes in them, so they can be used. If we don't cut out the little bits in the pictures, they could be used as pages in the journals. So I'm just going to take it apart and start piling it all to the side. Now this is probably going to take quite a while, and I know I do want to. So these are the pages that are then glued together at the end of this little signature. So I just tend to tease that out and tease it that side, and it's come quite quickly. So that's that. And then it looks like we're moving on to another page here, and I'm going to use the seam ripper on this one because it actually worked a bit easier than the scissors. The scissors, I often put a little hole in here, whereas this is just leaving a score line, and it does get easier as the book goes along. Yeah, we're at the glue page now. It's released from there. Okay, so even that, a couple of bit of strings in there. Oh, they're not going to come out. Oh, I see, they've got quite a big bit of glue on there, so that would need to be taken off. Probably I would separate those pages rather than use them as a whole. Okay, so let's find our next one here. So yeah, this episode is literally just cutting into them. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to do the books, but if we do get time, if there's enough time in the video to decide on some of the pages and things like that, then we can do that. Oh, it's a workout. Still got quite a bit of a ridge on there, so okay. Now, how are we doing on our spine? Has that weakened it in any way? Not really, I still need to carry on taking them out like this. Let's do one. Where's the centre? There's the centre this way. There we go. So have any of you guys cut up books before, and have you used any of the covers of the books? I know we often use our pages of the books, don't we? Especially smaller books that have lovely, really aged book pages. But yeah, have you guys have done anything, especially with these? I'm interested to know what you guys have done with those, or is this something new, taking these apart? I basically want to use every bit of the book I can. I don't want to waste any of it. I want to be really creatively repurposing this book in its entirety. So I want to think of lots of different ways of ideas, even like the book sleeves and things, to use what I've... Oh, so that's just gone through. How many pages has that gone through? It's only gone through the one. That's fine. Just get a little... I wonder if these will be better now, because I can just snip them. Yeah. That's it. So we are getting there. That's a really strong spine on that. How are we doing? Still. Okay. Find our next one. They certainly glued this one strong. This does, these pages now probably will all be cut up because I'm having to poke the scissors in to get them. But they are good, these little scissors. I use them for my fussy cutting. I just wish they had a bit softer grip on them. They are quite hard, especially when you're doing lots of fussy cutting with them. I didn't think that cut. There we go. There are some beautiful watercolour images in this book. Okay, we're up to the back page now. There. I have to start getting a bit brutal with it and pulling a bit tougher with it. So yeah, I even want to find ways of using these and not just as bases to collage over, but see if I can get creative. Okay, so we're at the back now. Okay, so that should come out, and it's pulled that bit out, which is fine. We'll tidy that up. So this is that back page that hopefully, yes, I can tear out. Okay, so it looks like we have still got, let's grab the scissors. Yeah, we've still got this. Let me come up here. So that's that. Look at that spine. That's actually really, really strong and intact, isn't it? Okay, let's carry on this way. I've seen people make lovely, lovely like bookmarks out of the spines, if they're not, you know, if the spines may be a little bit worse for wear. So that's an idea. Although a lot of these spines are much bigger. That's going to be more of a like a what they call a novel book. Okay, that's that lovely, gorgeous, lovely cottage in the countryside. If only, if only. Oh, I really am starting to lose my energy to do these. They are tough. Okay. This probably is the last one by the looks. Yes, it is. And these will be nice, cut out as little discs with one of my punches. Okay. Okay. Now we can do £2. That's how much this cost me. Yep, £2. No idea how much charity shops are charging for things these days. Now I'm just going to do that, and oops, well, that wasn't very strong a lid on the top of there, was it? I'm not a fan of this craft knife. It's the same brand as this X-Cut. I got the matte this years ago, and I do struggle with it. It's not the neatest, so yeah, do be careful if you are using a knife. There we go. Push that on. Cover me unpicker. So this I definitely won't keep, because that is, I quite like that top little bit with the line. That's quite grungy and stuff, but the spine, I don't think I will keep that. I'll just put that in there. So there we go. That's one book gutted, and that spine is not too bad at all. If you put a bit of fabric over that, you could use it. Now it is very, very thick, so I would struggle to poke through holes, so I would have to put a hollow spine in it. But that's our book cover. These would make lovely covers for a journal. So there we go. Let's just flatten that down. That, how are we? 19 minutes or so, and that is our book all cut up, and we've pretty much saved most of them. Most of this back lot here are going to be ideal for book pages if we wanted to use them. These I would need to trim down and take those bits off. So yeah, that's book number 1 done, and the only scrappy bits that we had was that. So okay, let's keep to our minimum waste, and hopefully we can use everything. So the next one I want to cut into is going to be this one, I think. I'm still putting the Edith Holden one back, aren't I? I will definitely cut into it at some stage. Let's take the dust jacket off. Let's just have a look at that. I'm sure we can find some use for that. Definitely think we can find a use for that. I don't want to waste anything, and this is just Oh, it's gorgeous, and it's so strong, really sturdy when you look at it in here. So you can see that is not coming away in any way. Let's have a look. Little dent there, but that's fine. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is use Tracie Method and cut myself. This is the back of a pad of paper, so it's really, really thick. I'm just going to turn my mat round so that I can just... How much do I want to spine? I think if I do about there, what's that, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, I'm just going to mark it on here where I want to cut, and then hopefully that will be a little strip of card, and we will open the book and cut down it with a knife and do that method, which is, as I said, I learnt this from Tracie Fox. Okay, line that up on there, and that's perfect. That's going to be on those dotted lines. Now I'm just going to have to stand up for this to get some pressure, so I'll try not to... There we go. Move these to the side, I think that's easier. Okay, spin this back round, make sure that's... Yep, so that I know that I shouldn't go off camera. Now, what she does is usually finds the centre, which is there, and then slots in... Did I make it? No, I didn't. That. Is it going to come out? There we go. So that when you score, the idea of that, she explained, was that when you score down here, and that's how we're going to cut the book up, which will just separate these two pages out, so anything in this signature can't be used as a double page unless we rejoin it with maybe some washi or a hinge. But the reason she put this in was to protect the spine, so that spine stays intact, and if you do go through with a knife, you're cutting onto the card that you've just put down. So let's go and use this method. So I'm just going to go slowly. I'm not putting too much pressure on. Because we want to go all the way through there. There we go. I don't think we haven't gone through on this top bit. That's fine. We can tear that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but I've actually gone through onto the card, so it's a good job. I'm glad I watched Tracie's video. Okay, so if I take this out, we don't need this in here anymore, and you can see, you see how I've actually gone through? So that's a really good tip from Tracie Fox. Thank you, Tracie. Thank you very much. I love what Tracie does. I love her digitals. So yeah, that's a good tip. I'm going to keep that, and we can reuse that. Now these are just some loose pages, so we'll take them to the side, and I'm just going to blow the dust and everything off to the behind me. I haven't hoovered Well, hubby hasn't hoovered in my craft room yet this week, so that's fine. Okay, another thing to be careful of, not just knife safety, is if you have allergies, if dust or anything like that sets you off. I mean, my hubby's has asthma, so if he does anything like this, especially if I've got some really old brittle papers that are quite fibrous, I always ask him to mask up when he does it, just to be on the safe side. Now, what did she do? I think what she did was then just start to manipulate this. Is that how she did it? That's it. This is it. She pushed it. That's it. It looks like that's starting to, the fibre on the board. Okay, so she's pushed that there. And then I'm just wondering if I can get a knife down there and see if we can just ever so slightly. So I'm standing it up because I can see the light through, and I'm just cutting down there. So I could see the light through it, so that's why I stood it up. And that should keep all of that intact. I mean, that's could do with being trimmed a little bit, or put some tape or something down. That is coming up here, but that's not a problem. I could fix that. And that's actually thin enough to sew through. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's do this side and just push that away a bit. Let's do this and see. Yeah, we've got a nice, I don't know, can you see? There we go. On the angle of the camera, I can see through that because I've got my window in front of me. So that's why I'm putting it like this, so that I'm just using my knife to roughly go down. There we go. So that has kept this spine intact, and this one, actually it's upside down, is most definitely going to be used cover as a journal. I just absolutely love it and want to use it. I will put lace and trims or something on the spine, and reinforce this probably with just some I know a lot of people use, what do they call that? Gail uses, is it Tyvek? Which I'm not sure. I think it must be a type of packaging. But I will probably just reinforce this, maybe with some parcel tape or something, to strengthen that up. We'll look into that because that will be one of the episodes in this little series. But there we go. So that's our lovely cover and the dust jacket. And then what we've got here is still, let me take this off. That's that funky little end bit. I kept that on the other one, didn't I? So where are we? We're upside down on pages. Let me get everything the right way round. There we go. So now we can just go through, just put my lid on my knife and just do these, and look, they're coming out super easy, and you will get pages. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so how are we doing for time? We're at half an hour. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm going to do the Edith Holden one next. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to save the spine, so I'm going to use my, hopefully that one that I've already cut will work and go down in it. So let me know in the comments below if you've got any ideas as well as to how you like to use your book pages. I'd love to hear them. I've been binge watching over the weekend different people's videos for some inspiration and ideas, and how to use them, our lovely book pages. But I'd love to hear what you guys use them all for. Okay. I wonder if I can just take the whole lot. I can. Marvellous, that'll be easier for me. And then it's just that page. Makes things a bit quicker. Not that I'm rushing to get on to my Edith Holden one. Savour the fact that she's intact and I own one for as long as possible. Isn't it daft, hey, how we are with hoarding some of our craft supplies. I used to be like that when I first started on my journaling adventure and really properly getting into my paper crafting. I would not use fabric in my journals at all because my fabric was sacred. That was dressmaking. That was, you know, making curtains and that kind of fabric. It's, yeah, I can't use that in a paper journal. But I've progressed on from that. I wonder if we could do something with those because of all the scrappy cotton on them. I know I've seen Tracie Fox. I think she's in my eyes, she's the queen of grunge. I've seen her use things like that. So they are all separated. The only thing I want to just do is separate that up. Oh, look at that page. Wouldn't that be lovely? I love the signature. I'd probably keep that there, and then just put a bit of coffee dye paper over there to write on. Oh, lovely. Okay, so there's some loose ones. Okay, we're getting there. Them all separated up so that we can then easily play with them when next Wednesday comes round. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make first with them. Probably start off with something quite simple and easy. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. And then there's another one there. Okay, let me just sweep this onto the floor. No cat? No, good. I want to sweep the dust on top of the cat. Okay, so there we go. That is that book ready to use. So there's two different ways that I've shown now for cutting the book up. Let's put this to the side behind me. And yeah, half an hour. Okay, let's be brave. Oh, let's be brave and cut into our beautiful Edith Holden book. Okay, I'm doing this. Oh my gosh. Now, that is a really good spine, and again it's a nice size. It's plain on the front, but that's absolutely fine. I could do something with that. So I think I'm going to use Tracie's Method. I'm just trying to find what would naturally be a centre. I actually think between, is that central? Not quite. I'm sorry, I'm out of camera. I know, I'm just holding it up. There we go, that's the centre. Now, that would give me a possibility to have as a page. I like that. I don't think I want to split that page. So what I'm going to do is before we use our little aid, for want of another word, I'm actually going to cut these and take these pages out, this one especially, because I want to keep that. Oh, that's the first page out of my Edith Holden book. Oh my. In a way, I am excited because I can't wait to use it and create with it and just let the pages inspire me. So it is definitely, it's a good thing, but it is quite nerve-wracking cutting into the book because I don't know if I'll ever get the opportunity to get another one again. And when it's gone, it's gone. Oh. Anyway, let me carry on taking these out, because what I'm hoping, yeah, when we get to here, oops, that is where I'm going to cut down. Okay, so let's put our little marker in there. There we go. Right, let's do this. It's all well and good taking pages out, but we need to actually do the cut, don't we? I'm just very carefully, I'm trying to go as carefully as I can. Let's take that out and just try and release this from there. Got a bit of it coming down, well and truly glued. Okay. Can I see? It's dark material, so I can actually just see a bit of daylight through it. It's that middle bit that doesn't seem to want to come. Okay, I think I am there to very carefully, and I want to do this carefully because I do not want to gouge anything. I go wonky anyway, it's not completely straight, but oh, there we go. That's not bad at all. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Now this, I'm hoping it looks like I need my scissors under here and just cut that away. Yeah, there we go. We can always run something under there to release that, and then I can cut that off, or I can just, as I'm going to be covering that over anyway. I love, look how the embossings come through. Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay, So let's do the same this side. Get that off. Push it. This one's come away a bit easier this side. Okay, so let's bring this way. And where did my knife go? Here it was again. Run my knife down. Now I'm keeping close to this rather than the book cover. Very slowly. Oh, there we go. It's done. Ooh, it's done. That's who? Somebody in Lincolnshire. Oh, that's not far. That's only a county or two over. Oh, that's nice. Now, I just want to take that off, and I am going to keep that. I'm sure we can do something with this. Okay. So that is our Edith Holden cover, upside down, but our cover intact. Wow, I'm going to definitely do. I've got some last year. Hobbycraft here in the UK had a load of Edith Holden printed stuff. They had scrapbooking pads, they had fabric, they also had while I'm talking, I'm just sweeping this off. I don't actually think I'll sweep all of this in the bin. This is quite a lot on the floor. It's quite a lot. I'm just going to put it in the bin. Yes, they had a load of Edith Holden bits and bobs. So I've been saving and hoarding my Edith Holden stuff because I want to do a full Edith Holden journal. But obviously up until now, I've never found the courage to cut into my lovely Edith Holden book. But we've cut it up. So shall we, how are we doing for time? 42. Not too bad. Got about 10 minutes or so. Okay. Let's go through these and start. I mean, just look at that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of collection of modern printed Edith Holden stuff. So hopefully with an old book like this as well, I can combine the two and we can make some lovely journals, probably several. So yeah, I if it's a book I'm not too precious about, I will just tear the pages out and not really give too much of a thought to the cover much, because it's mainly the pages and images and stuff that I would like on it. But when it's something like this, the Tracie Method, as I'm calling it, is just perfect for it. You really keep your spine, and it proved that with the line on here, that if you were just to go down with your knife, then yeah, you'd really quite do some damage to your book spine. Oh, the starlings. I was talking of starlings, our baby starlings, they when they fledge, they like go into a little creche with the non-brooding well, they're adults now, but the lot from last year's babies, and we keep getting them in the garden. Oh, it's lovely, but they are so comical, so comical. Okay, where's my centre? I've gone past it. Yes, I have. I do love them. They're noisy, right old rambling brood of them all, and every day I swear there's more babies that appear in the group. It started off with just 2 or 3. Now, then I think there was about 7 or 8. Now there's got to be about 12 or 13 babies in the group. It's so wonderful to see, though. It really is. There we go. Oh, I'm doing well. I am doing very well by cutting into this beautiful Edith Holden book. There we go. We can tidy all the bits up later. Let's do this one. Oh, look at that. Is that 2 or is that 1? No, the pages are so thick as well. Such a lovely quality. Foxgloves, one of my absolute favourite plants is foxgloves. They are just beautiful. That and lavender. So I'd say that foxgloves is my favourite woodland flower, and lavender is my favourite herb of all time. Favourite. Okay, we are nearly there. Okay, can you believe I've actually cut into my Edith Holden book? Oops, sliding off there. Oh, that gave me a flutter then, because I thought I was, oh no, am I going to rip a page? I can't rip a page, they are precious, very precious. There we go. Oh, there's another signature. There's me thinking that was it. There we go. There's another little one here. Notes from 1906, and that was the person that owned it previously. To Mum, with love from John and Frida. Oh, nice. So there we go. I have cut into my Edith Holden book. Wow, it's only taken me several years to find the courage to cut into it. But there we go, I have done it. I have cut into it, and I'm going to do the same as you've seen with these. With this one, if I just show you, that is absolutely gorgeous, really good quality. So I'm going to use the Tracie Method on that book. This one is, the cover is shiny, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to take the pages out how I want to use them. Maybe we could do that in another one, because that one's got some other ideas. That's the one that, if I show you, it's set out like that, which is just going to be perfect for journaling cards and tags and things like that. But there we go. I hope that's given you some ideas, and I hope it's inspired you to be brave like me and cut into our lovely books and not hoard them, because we've got so much wonderful journaling fodder possibilities with these books that we've cut into. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will be back next Wednesday with some more vintage book fun. So take care everyone. Happy crafting. Bye.